World hunger? Just eat some food. Feeling like shit? Just eat some food. On your period? Just eat some food. Not yourself? Just eat some food. Your friend can't shut the fuck up about how he carried his team last night playing League of Legends? Just stuff his mouth with food until he chokes himself. If there's one thing I've learned from watching Amaama to Inazuma, it's that food solves everything. Wait a second. Maybe if I stuff myself with chocolate every night, it'll solve my loneliness and depression. Did you hear that, Totty? I'll finally be able to make some friends. Yeah, right, you fucking faggot. Amaama to Inazuma is a 12-episode slice-of-life anime that aired in the summer 2016 season. But don't go into this thinking it's a normal seinen about a single father and his child like the promotional artwork would make you think. No, no, no. You see this little thing here? This sandwich? Well, in reality, it should be about 10 times bigger, because Amaama to Inazuma is a cooking show. So you should come into this anime prepared for the cooking. And oh boy, there's a lot of cooking. But before I get into that, let me give a brief overview of the story. Amaama to Inazuma follows a single father called Inuzuka and his daughter called Tsumugi. Tsumugi is in preschool or kindergarten or something like that, and does the usual mischief children do. Inuzuka is a teacher in high school, and one of his students is this girl called Kotori, whose mum owns a restaurant. Inuzuka can't cook for shit and buys crappy store-bought meals every day, and he's afraid this'll lead to a life of diabetes and laziness, and also just not enjoying the food cause it's shit. So he decides to go to a restaurant, and lo and behold, it's the high school girl's place. Kotori's mum isn't home, so it's just the teacher and his student alone. But fortunately, this anime doesn't go down that path. Instead, they suddenly decide to start cooking stuff, except neither of them can cook for shit. So now the three little shits, cooks, cook together and have a gay old time. After this, the three meet up frequently to cook, and the fact that a teacher is meeting up with a student outside of school is never really brought up, because, well, I don't know. It didn't even have to be a high school girl. There's no reason why it is. It could have been a colleague from work, or a mum from preschool, or even some random stranger on the street, and everything would have worked out the same. But I don't know, anime has some strange fetish for high school girls, I guess. And this, well, not this, but the fact that they start meeting up frequently to cook together brings me to my main complaint about this anime. This anime is the definition of repetitious. The first half of every episode is the setup. Tsumugi does something silly or isn't feeling good, then Inuzuka worries about it and wonders what he can do to help. Spoiler alert, it's cooking. The second half is them all cooking together, and once they're done, Tsumugi eats the food and gets happy and all's right with the world. Hurrah! There's no real plot. You learn a bit about who the mother was, but besides that, every episode is just the same shit every time. The first half is good though, but I can't stand the cooking. It's just like, hey, chop these up, then you put these in, then you mix them, and wow, that's how you do it. Oh man, I'm getting better at this. Hey Tsumugi, want to help us? Yeah, yeah, I'm helping, yeah. Okay, thanks for helping, Tsumugi. You can fuck off now and do your retarded dance or something. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Maybe I'm just not a cooking show fan. I've never really watched a food anime before, so I wouldn't know. But I'd think the biggest draw of food shows is how delicious the food looks when it's done. The thing is though, in Amaama to Inazuma, a lot of the time the food just looks plain bad. If you're gonna make food the main focus of the show, at least make it not look like something that came out of a cat's ass. Anyway, the story doesn't really go anywhere. There's not much time for it to go anywhere with all the cooking being done. And it just ends. No real conflict or resolution, no overarching plotline, just episodic bullshit till the very end. Next up, the characters. Inuzuka-sensei, the dad, is a very normal guy, which is a good thing in this sort of anime. He thinks logically and does whatever he can to help his child. I enjoyed watching him slowly get more confident in his cooking, but I didn't really see much development of his character, which I felt like was something that was missing. Throughout the anime he was overthinking and worrying about Tsumugi, which reflects his inexperience as a father, but I wanted him to become more calm and collected by the end. The whole aspect of him being a teacher was also left unexplored. In the first few episodes, they introduced these two likable co-workers who ended up just never appearing anymore. There aren't many teachers as main characters in anime, so just throwing that aspect of his character away and losing those funny interactions with the other teachers just felt like a waste. Tsumugi, the kid, is your typical energetic, cute girl, and is voiced by a child actor who's apparently 10 years old. I don't know how I feel about this. On the one hand, yeah, you'd think a little girl would be better at sounding like a little girl, but even though she is a little girl, she still sounds like someone trying to sound like a little girl. You get me? They should have just gone the whole mile and gotten a 5-year-old in the recording studio. Now that would have been amazing. Also probably terrible, but amazing at the same time. Kotori, the high school girl, is honestly one of the most bland, boring characters I've seen. She enjoys eating food and seeing Tsumugi be happy, and that's about it for her personality. Oh right, and she can't use a knife. Yeah. Nothing much to say here, she's just not very interesting, and I wish they would have at least provided some sort of backstory to her knife phobia, or even just have her talk about her mother or something. They tried a little bit of this near the end, but it was literally a throwaway comment and her character didn't end up developing at all. Next we have the two side characters. These characters are so prevalent in the opening, and yet they only appear a couple of times, and usually just to watch the other three cook. What a waste of potential. First there's Shinobu, Kotori's high school friend, who's basically her polar opposite, bright and interesting. She's apparently got a large family who owns some sort of store, but once again we get no backstory or development. Same for Yagi, who's Inuzuka's friend and my favourite character of the lot. He's cool, calm, and just all around a likeable guy. He works at a bar or restaurant, but I guess we'll never really know. I mean, we don't even know if he's married or anything. This is my second biggest gripe with this anime, the lack of development, especially of the side characters. They could have laid off with the cooking for 1 or 2 episodes and instead focused more on character development and exploring the backstory of these wonderful characters, but no. Instead we get to see Inuzuka chopping up some vegetables for the 50th frickin' time. The flashback scenes of the mother were some of the best moments of the anime, but they were so few and far between. Such a shame really. I'm not mad or angry at this anime, I'm just a bit disappointed. It could have been so much more, but the cooking shoehorned into every episode really brings it down in my opinion. Anyway, let's continue. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, just kidding. The opening and ending songs are in line with the feel of the anime and are pretty darn catchy. The background music isn't bad, but it's also not very memorable. Well, besides this fucking thing that plays every time they're about to eat at the exact same moment every episode. It sounds like those jingles that play when you complete a stage or level up, and it feels really out of place, mostly because you can literally predict exactly when it'll start playing. But besides that, nothing much to say about the sound. In conclusion, Amaama to Inazuma is a really solid slice-of-life cooking anime, with its only faults being the formulaic episodes and the lack of character development. The animation and sound are both good, the characters are likable, and the kids are cute. If you enjoy food shows and single dad anime like Usagi Drop, you'll enjoy this. However, if cooking isn't really your thing, you may find yourself bored with half of every episode. The few emotional and serious moments in the anime showed a glimpse of what Amaama to Inazuma could have been, but instead, praise food! Food solves everything! Let's spread the word of diabetes across the globe! Yay! So, as for the score, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.
I'm sorry, I'll always be your friend.
Shut the fuck up.